So good morning student. Now we will continue our inverter lecture series with the voltage control of single phase inverters. So till now we have completed single phase VSI with various loads such as R, L, RL, RLC for half bridge as well as full bridge configurations. Also we will study three-phase inverter for two case studies such as 180-degree mode of conduction and 120-degree mode of conduction with Fourier series. Now we will continue with voltage control in single phase inverters. So as in my introductory section of this inverter lecture, we will define the inverter as a power electronic circuit which converts fixed DC to a variable AC voltage. So it is a DC to AC converter. So as it converts variable AC from fixed DC, so output voltage variable in the sense it has the variable magnitude as well as the variable frequency. So to make variable frequency, what will we do? We will change the conduction time of devices so that we will control the frequency of the output voltage. Why? Because T is equals to 1 by F. If we control time, then frequency will be controlled. But how we will control the magnitude of the output voltage? So it is a voltage control part. So it will be controlled by externally or by internal control. So we will study now this voltage control by using some external control strategies or some internal control strategies. So an AC load requires a constant input voltage at their input terminals. Why? Because as the AC load will be there, so if we obtain AC voltage output at the load to be a fixed amplitude or frequency, then its input have a fixed DC voltage, so that sinusoidal waveform with some amplitude as well as frequency will be obtained. For such a load, any variation in the DC input voltage must be suitably compensated in order to maintain a constant output voltage at the AC load terminals at the desired level. So if the DC input voltage is not constant, then it will affect at the output side of the AC voltage with variable amplitude. So it will be a not safe condition for the equipment for the load side which is AC in nature. So we will compensate this variation in the input DC voltage by applying various controllers. So in case inverter supplies power to an induction motor which is a AC type of load, the voltage to frequency ratio at the inverter output terminals must be kept constant. So to this AC load, what we will do, we will have to maintain V by F ratio constant, because this avoids saturation in the magnetic circuit of the device fed by the inverter. So inverter will be connected to the this induction motor load at the AC output terminals. So if we don't make the V by F ratio constant, then it will saturate the core of the this induction motor. So these are the two things. One is the if the input voltage, DC input voltage is not constant, then it will affect at the output side, as well as if the V by F ratio is not constant, then it makes the core saturate. So these two problems are there. So we will need voltage control in the inverters. So various methods for the voltage control of output voltage of the inverter. First one is the external control of AC output voltage. Second one is the external control of DC input voltage. Third one is the internal control of the inverter, that is PWM. So in the external control of AC output voltage or DC input voltage, what we will do, we will discuss some techniques regarding this all the three control. First one is the external control of AC output voltage. So to control the AC output voltage externally, it can be done by two methods. One is the AC voltage control. So this is an inverter we will apply constant DC voltage to the inverter, and it will convert into AC, which is fed to a AC voltage controller. So what is the purpose of AC voltage controller? It will convert AC voltage, input AC voltage into a output AC voltage with uh, variable magnitude of the voltage, but frequency should be constant. So it will make the variable output voltage at the output side. So if this inverter provides input AC voltage to the AC voltage controller, it will convert into a variable AC output voltage by firing angle control, because AC voltage controller is fabricated by using the thyristor or any other power electronic devices. So if we control these switching devices, will control the AC output voltage, and this finally this AC output voltage which is controlled, it will fed to a AC load, which is the induction motor or any type of AC load. So in this manner we will control the AC voltage output of this inverter by applying the AC voltage controller externally. And second is the series inverter control. In this case, what we will do, we will take two inverters and the DC input voltage is applied from the input of these two inverters, and output of these inverters are connected to a transformer primaries, and output of these transformers are secondaries, which will be connected in series. So with the dot polarities upper, same polarities are there, dot conventions. So output will be always V01 plus V02, which is a V0. So if you want to calculate the overall output voltage, so this is a V01 and this is a V02. What we'll do, we will take the resultant of this, and it will be V0, which will be given by V01 square plus V02 square plus 2 V01 V02 cos theta. Theta is the angle between the V01 and V02. If we take theta equals to 0, then output voltage equals to V01 plus V02. Put theta equal to 0, cos 0 equals to 1. It will be V01 plus V02 whole square, and whole square will be cancelled out by 1 by 2. So it will be V01 plus V02. But in case of theta equals to pi, it will be cos pi is equals to minus 1. So in this case, V0 is equals to 0. If we calculate this, V0 is equals to 0. In case V01 equals to V0, condition applied, V01 equals to V02. In case V01 equals to V02 and theta equals to pi, then if we calculate this by this formula, V0 equals to 0. So in this case, we will see that if we control the theta, which is the phase angle between the output voltage of this transformer secondaries, if we vary the theta by the firing angle control of these two inverters. So how will control this theta? By applying the firing angle control of these inverters, we will control our AC output voltage. So this is the second method control, named it as series inverter control, because two inverters are connected in series by employing the transformers. So this is the second method of external control of AC output voltage. So by these two methods, we will control the AC output voltage. Now second method is external control of DC input voltage, which will be applied to an inverter side. So how we control the DC input voltage? See, this is the external control of DC input voltage. So it will be controlled by employing the some converters here. So this is the inverter, which will be fed always power to a controlled AC voltage. So to make the controlled AC voltage at the output side, what we will do, we'll apply the several controls by using the controllers which will control AC to DC. So this inverter side DC input voltage required, which is controlled DC. So to obtain the controlled AC output voltage, what we'll do, we have to control the DC input voltage. So first method is that applying by using the fold controlled rectifier. So constant AC voltage applied to this controlled rectifier, it will control into a AC out because rectifiers convert AC to DC. So it will provide the DC input voltage, which will be rectified by using the filter. So it will remove the harmonics from this ripples in this DC output voltage of the full control rectifier, and this smoothen DC power output from this rectifier, it will be provided to inverter input, so that output voltage is controlled. And second one is the uncontrolled rectifier, which will be the diode, and by using this uncontrolled rectifier, again DC output voltage is obtained, and this DC output voltage is applied to a chopper. So by using the this duty cycle of this chopper, we will control this DC output voltage of the uncontrolled rectifier. Again, it would be smoothened by filter and applied to inverter inputs to obtain the controlled AC output voltage. This is the second one method. And third one is the this constant AC input voltage applied to AC voltage controller, and this AC voltage controller output, which is AC, it is applied to uncontrolled rectifier, which will control into and which will provide DC output voltage, and it will be smoothened by filter. And again, so this is a control, because AC controller is controlling, because by varying the firing angle of this AC voltage controller, we will control the DC input voltage to the inverter. Fourth one is the chopper, and this is a constant DC input voltage applied to chopper. It will provide the controlled output voltage, and it will be DC output voltage filtered by the filtering action, and this controlled DC input voltage is applied to an inverter input to obtain the controlled AC output voltage. So these are the external control of DC input voltage. So several power electronic converters are employed for controlling the DC input voltage to the inverter to obtain the controlled AC output voltage. So what are the disadvantages of these methods? This method suffers from the following disadvantages. First one is the more number of power converters, that is the power electronic converters used for voltage control, which results into more losses and reduced efficiency. So in this conversion of AC to DC or DC to AC, more losses are there by the conduction of several switches. So more losses are there and reduced efficiency at the output side. This is the first disadvantage. Second one is the for reducing the ripple content of the DC input voltage to the inverter, filter circuit is required. So what we'll do, filter circuit is always required to filtering action. So to reducing the ripple, filter circuit is required, which increase the cost, weight and size, reduce the efficiency. These two are the disadvantages in case of external control of the DC input voltage. So by seeing these first two methods, now we'll come to third method, which is known as a internal control of the inverter. It is also known as a PWM control, which is very important for the exam point of view. So in this method, a fixed DC input voltage is given to the inverter, and controlled AC output voltage is obtained by adjusting the on and off period of the thyristor. So if the on and off period of the thyristors are controlled, then AC output voltage is controlled one. So how will control the on and off period of the thyristor? That is by varying the pulse width of the devices. So on means this is a pulse width, and off it is a some duration at which thyristor these devices will be in off condition. So by varying the on and off conduction, or this is a pulse width of these devices, we will control the AC output voltage. So this method is known as a pulse width modulation control. By varying the pulse width, that is the on and off time period of the device, we will control the AC output voltage. So what are the advantages of this PWM technique? We can control the output voltage within the inverter itself without increasing the number of stages. So in this PWM control, it is called as an internal control, because we will have not to apply external circuitry for controlling the output voltage at the inverter. So number of stages are reduced because internal control is applied in the inverter itself to control the output voltage. Second one is the we can also eliminate some of the lower order harmonics, so improve the quality of the waveform. So the output voltage waveform, which is a controlled one, is obtained at the output side of the inverter, have no harmonics, and improved quality of the AC voltage is obtained at the output side. So these PWM techniques are of three types: single pulse width modulation technique, second one is the multiple pulse width modulation technique, third one is the sinusoidal pulse width modulation technique, which will be unipolar and bipolar type. So in this next lecture, we will continue these PWM techniques with single pulse, multiple pulse, as well as sinusoidal pulse width modulation. So in which we will see that how we can vary the pulse width to obtain the controlled AC output voltage at the load side. Thank you.